Okay, guys, so thank you for hopping on. I don't want to make this too long, but you guys did catch my live video earlier today. I said we're going to kind of break down a little bit about social media. We're going to talk a little bit about diamond rank, since most of you at this point are either working toward emerald, so you're familiar with it. And basically, if you're working toward diamond, then you kind of have to work toward emerald anyway. So it's not too different, just sort of kind of making sure that you're talking about coaching a little bit more as well. Because when you are trying to aim for diamond, you don't want it to stop there. Okay. So you want to keep that momentum going, meaning that you want to figure out a system for yourself that's going to help you hit diamond so that you can share that and help duplicate that for your team. Okay. So, and then we're going to finish up with a little bit about the leadership ladder. And then if you guys caught earlier what I was talking about Summit, I do want to finalize that by tomorrow. Okay. So I kind of asked a few questions. I think I said 4 or 5. If you guys did have a chance to catch that live recording earlier. But anyway, so let's kind of dive into this. So, if you guys didn't see, Ashley Feldison did a really good video the other week in the Team Beachbody Coach 411 page. Okay, if you guys are ever in that, that's where they do the national wake-up calls live. It's really cool. I'll actually show you the page. So if you just type into the search bar here, just Team Beachbody 411, okay? So if you click on this and you just type in her name on the side or any other coach's name, I'm sure that they've gone live at one point. I think this is it. But this is also where there's a lot of news and stuff too. This is where they do all of the national wake-up calls. It's just really cool stuff. You can actually see what they're talking about. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm a very visual learner, so I know that helps. Anyway, so when she was showing in the video, what I really like that she was talking about as far as social media goes is just not overcomplicating it, guys. Don't overthink this. At the same time, I am going to urge you, if you do find that you're struggling to consistently post, okay, it should be the last thing that you're spending energy on, okay? If you are truly on your own journey, if you are on a path to try to actually change your life and live this, it will naturally happen in all of your posts, okay? The only thing is in the beginning, for those of you who might not be on social media a lot, it is going to be going out of your way a little bit more. Okay. And it's not that you can't just post in your stories, but I am going to be honest with you. Right now, where a lot of us are, we're still fighting, obscurity. People just don't know who we are. So it's not enough to just post in our stories. Okay. But think about it this way. In combination with sharing in your stories every day, which I will go over a little bit tonight too, and using the geotag, okay? Seriously, the number one most important thing about your stories, okay? You don't have to get fancy with all of the little stickers and things like that, but that location is everything, all right? So that in conjunction with posting 2 to 3 times a day. And every post doesn't have to be super motivational, guys, okay? Remember that you're not just health and fitness. You can just share a post of you and your pet and being love going on walks, or Sundays are for walks or something like that. What do you do Sunday mornings or something like that? What do you do on your favorite day or whatever. So every post doesn't have to be motivational, but you do want to show people that you're here. Okay. It's the whole idea behind posting 2 to 3 times a day. It's not to be super duper inspiring all the time. It's just to let people know, to get their attention. Okay, that you're not just here, but you're here all the time and you're not going anywhere and you want them to take note of you. That's the whole idea behind posting all that, okay? And it takes the pressure off when you don't have to be the most inspiring person all the time. You just have to be real, relatable, fun, right? Just think about what do you like going to be, what do you search when you're on Instagram? When you're scrolling through Facebook, what makes you stop and actually read something? Okay, think about that stuff, because what you're stopping for, that's who you are, and that's what you want people to stop on your page and read too. Okay, so like I was saying, I don't think that making a social media schedule is really necessary. However, if you are struggling to actually post, posting to me is just, I can do it in 2 to 3 minutes. It's not a big deal. I always have photos in my photo album that I can share. Okay, so that's something I didn't do in the beginning. That's definitely something I would encourage you guys to do. Is no matter where you are, take the first 5 to 10 minutes to just take a crap ton of pictures. okay? Just so that you can have them for later on down in the week, you know? I didn't post every single photo that I took in Mexico. I'm gonna have photos for months to share from that, okay? And the whole idea is it doesn't always have to be like today. Sometimes it is just sharing a motivational quote. So wherever you are, definitely take advantage of that, especially if you are that travel, outdoorsy, adventurous kind of person, you're trying to attract that, right? And then when you have those photos mixed in with just hanging out in your living room or chilling in your bedroom, working on your business, that's where people start to see like, this girl's doing things. You know, you're not in the same place all the time. They just they're inspired by you, but they also relate to you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about stories. So Lexi and I kind of talked about this yesterday. I know Megan, you and I did as well. When we talked the other day, but having a routine. Okay, guys, there's so many reasons behind having one, but the biggest one, in my opinion, is it doesn't take energy and thought. Okay, we all have a million things that we're juggling right now, especially because most people that become coaches don't just quit their day job and just start building this business, right? Your attention is demanded by a lot of things throughout the day. So when you can have something that is so freaking consistent and that you can control, that's going to keep you focused on why you're doing all of this. Okay? Because if you just let the day run you between school and family and friends and your pet and work and all that kind of stuff, you're not going to take time for you. You're always going to say tomorrow. Okay? It's like just in every personal development book I've ever read, like if you don't control your time, it's going to control you. So having a routine and making it fun, but not just that, you need to share that stuff. Okay? So if there was a list of things that I would definitely encourage you to get into the habit of posting your stories every day, just to help build that trust between you and the people that are watching you. And a little bit more than that, letting them see that they can do this. Okay, I really love that Ashley said that. Like, I don't want you guys to feel like every time you post in your stories, it's only when you're doing coach stuff, or it's only when you're talking about a health and fitness group. And more than that, I don't want you to think you only post your location when you're talking about coaching or a fitness group. Remember, you're not just a Beachbody coach. And that was one of all of your biggest fears. So don't do that to yourself. Okay? Be you. So last night when I'm showing that, you know, my cat is effing obsessed with Ben and it's so annoying, like I did a hashtag and I had so many people reach out to me. And I kind of at this point have kind of gauged where all my crazy cat ladies are, and not surprised they're in like the Pacific Northwest. So I do Seattle all the time, or I do like Washington State, or I've even done Alaska a couple times because one of my best friends actually moved there after Pitt, you know? So doing other things like that, people are going to watch me for that, right? And then they're going to be the random cat lady that also is into fitness, because that's what I am. I'm not the fitness girl that happens to like cats. I'm the cat lady that's also into fitness. Okay, be those things, because that's what people are going to relate to you on. All right? And it's, you know, I'm a cat lady because I swear to God, this is the only analogy I ever use anymore. And I'm like, I really need a new one. But I think that all of you have really great content. Okay, that's one thing that I love scrolling through all of your feeds. Like your page is pretty. Okay, and as lame as that sounds, it's important. People are going to stop and scroll on that. So I think that every single one of you on here right now, your photos are really bright and colorful. I love that you have variety. But more than that, I love that you guys are open to ideas. Like even when you hear something new, I can see because you make an instant change. You don't wait until your whole feed is perfect for you to like upload 10 photos in a row. You guys just go for it. And I think that's what you need, right? Because so many people are afraid of social media when they start off as a coach. So when you can show them that you can be flexible, you can change the layout at any time. You can change your theme and this filter at any time that you want. It just, don't change it all the time. Just change it, stick with it for a couple of weeks, and then you can change it again, you know? But I was going to go off of that. I also love, too, that I see so many of you with the link tree in your bio. I think that is awesome. It's just getting to the habit of making sure that you are telling them about it. Okay? Think about it this way. How many links do you click on of the people that you follow? Right. So if you're not talking about it, they're probably not going to be clicking on yours. So talk about it every day. Your story disappears in 24 hours. / if they don't want to hear you talk about it for the 800th time, they don't have to be following you, but they do. So don't overthink it. Okay? It disappears and you have a clean slate the next day. All right? So I don't know if you guys saw, but I did share a bunch of random ass photos the other day on our team page. as far as how some coaches that I love to follow, hold on, are, let me see this, how they talk about it in their stories. Okay. So like I said, my coach Amy isn't super fluffy, so hers is not surprised it's black and white, but this is an example, okay? So this is just very straightforward, like, you know, take an objection that you're getting, okay? This was an objection. I'm sure that she's been getting this a lot. And so basically what she said is, I'm welcoming new people and I'm gonna show you that I can do this with you. Okay, she took the objection and she squashed it publicly, right? I love Mackenzie Huntley. I think that she's the cutest person ever, / she lived in Bali for like 3 months just off of Beachbody with her boyfriend. I just thought that was so freaking cool. But her page is very white and what's the word I'm looking for? It's very like crisp and clean kind of looking. But I love that she did this, you know, like you always want to make sure that both options are positive. Okay, it doesn't have not like, no, I don't want, I'm not interested. You want to be like, I'm scared, but yes, or nervous, but tell me more, or I'm anxious, or yes, I'm scared, something like that. Okay, and just gonna kind of like put a cute photo in the background, and even if you don't have one, that's okay. Like even if we don't have a full group photo yet, which we will, and I'm so excited for someone to do that. Just do yourself right now. Okay, because remember, so many people that start off in coaching, they want to know like, okay, I don't have a huge group of friends. But if you guys start doing this now, as they start watching you, and then they start seeing our photos from Summit, and then photos from the retreat, and then photos from Success Club trip, that's when they're going to be like, I'm watching this girl, okay? Some people just need to watch you until you do get big and successful. Some people are like, I don't want you to go without me, so I'm going to join you now. You just need to find those people and just stick it out for the ones that are still watching, okay? This was a different one. This actually had nothing to do with Beachbody coaching. But I thought that this was kind of cool and just something different, right? It's going to stick out. It looks a little classy, I guess, in a way. Just be creative with your graphics and stuff. Now, this is totally different. I love following Crystal. I think that she is such cute. Her page is so pretty, okay? But her page is very consistent, okay? Every day in her stories, she's using these colors. Every single day. You're never going to see green or black or anything like that in her stories. It's always going to be these light pale colors. Okay, she's always going to have this pink and purple theme to it. So people are following that, right? But what's cool too is that they can hold on, they can like press and hold and watch this. Okay, so she talks about joining their fitness squad. She explains like what they're going to be doing, things like that. What she did was it's just a picture and she typed out the font, saved it, added it to her stories, uploaded it again, typed something else out, save, add to story. Okay, do you guys kind of know how to do that so you can like keep tapping? Okay, cool. Definitely a cool feature to do. And then at the end, just put like press and hold to read so they can see all of it back and kind of see everything that they're getting. That way they're kind of repeating it twice in their head too. Haley Christians is a little less, bright and colorful, just pretty straightforward. Like, do you need a coach, ? Now it's different for her because she has 10,000 followers, so she can have the swipe up thing. But for you, just put like, draw arrows down to the send message part, or, fill out the link in my bio, something like that. This is Bailey, something like that. Yeah. Bailey. Anyway, her thing's super cute too. She's a personal trainer. She's on Team Boom. Hers is just a photo, and she basically is looking for people who want to, break out of the 9 to 5. If you love health and fitness, why not put your skills to use? Okay. Yeah. Bailey Kai. This was another one I saw, but it kind of goes backwards so you guys can see. It started here. Do you want to get in shape, but you feel like you don't have time? They would press one or the other. Okay, so that way you can reach out to these people. Hey, girl, oh my gosh, thank you so much for voting on my poll. Totally feel you when you say, like, you feel like you don't have time to get in shape. I felt the same way. If I could show you how I fit in this awesome, workout and meal plan in my crazy schedule, would you be interested to, like, try something new with me? Or would you be interested to, like, see what I'm doing? Just keep it simple like that. And if they say, like, okay, that was if they said yes. Okay, if they said no, you can just like reach out and be like, hey girl, thanks so much for voting on my poll. Like, are you already in the health and fitness routine? So you can just kind of like say that. The next page was if you answered yes, looking to enroll in my first ever whatever. Okay, so she just like put down her details, and then spots are limited. And then you can even put like, if you don't want to do spots are limited, you can just put like press to hold to read. This is somebody, she's not a Beachbody coach, but I thought hers was super cute. Just a little picture, a little like motivational quote thing, and then it's like where to go to find you, to contact you. Same thing with crystals. You can see the colors are consistent. She draws an arrow down. And yeah, so just like cute stuff, just like have fun with this, save these, you know, so like once a week when you do, or once every other week when you do a coach sneak peek post, she could post the same exact thing with a new poll. Okay, save yourself time. So if you're gonna type all of this out, save this, and then upload it in a week or two. The thing is, guys, people are they wanna see the consistency. When they see you doing this every other Monday, they're gonna be like, this girl's not going anywhere. This girl's gonna do this. I know that she's gonna make this happen. They're gonna join you. So if they see the same photo over and over and over and over again, eventually they're gonna press yes on that poll. Okay? So that was stories. So as far as like the whole routine thing, I'm not kidding. Like I can tell you that I can definitely tell that when I have like higher anxiety, stressed days when I am not following my morning routine. It's like I didn't yesterday because I was like, I woke up late and I was in a rush to get coffee and do like a meal plan call. And I was like, oh, I'll just do my morning routine later. And I didn't. And because of that, my mind, I just got in my head and I got the best of me. Okay. Like having a routine is seriously going to be the one thing that you can control, and just shows yourself that you're dedicated to putting time aside for you. It can get really overwhelming sometimes, feeling like you are putting so much time into complimenting other people and asking other people questions and sharing and adding value all the time. And it's like, what am I getting in return? So when you can take that time before you do all of that to make it all about you, it makes it so much easier. It doesn't feel like you're emptying your well. It just seems like you're sharing the overflow. Okay, so my morning routine is so simple. And if you guys are kind of like not sure what to get into, I definitely encourage you to get the book, or you can just look online. There's a whole like worksheet on it on Pinterest. If you type in, I think it's called Miracle Morning. He has a podcast. His name's Hal Elrod, HALELROD, Hal Elrod. And so he wrote that book. He had like a near-death experience and decided that he was just going to like take more control over his life and things like that. It's a really, really inspiring book. Like it's not long at all. It's a very thin book. But literally every page I've like highlighted, pens, like every sentence is like, aha, aha, aha. But more than that, he talks about these things called savers. I actually used to run free groups on creating a morning routine all the time. So that's something that you guys can get in the habit of doing, especially if that's one thing that you want to work on right now in your own personal journey. So in the morning, I don't do all these savers anymore, but I did do them for about 4 to 5 months. Now my morning routine is very consistent. I wake up and the first thing I do is I just drink water. Okay, I don't do anything else. I know that I'm dehydrated overnight. I know that's going to be the fastest way to help me wake up. Not coffee or anything else, just water. After that, I honestly just decide, am I going to go outside on my balcony, or am I just going to stay in work inside, like go downstairs or something? I kind of like need to get up and move. I can't just like sit right in there in my living room. I will kind of fall back asleep. So either go out into my balcony or I leave and go someplace else where I can have focused time. And all I do is I sit down. I still haven't looked at my phone yet, and I do my gratitude journal. Okay, so if you don't want to get a gratitude journal, that's fine. But I definitely encourage you guys that someplace, just even if it's on a small notebook that costs you $1 at CVS or something, just every day write down a few affirmations, what you're grateful for, and like 4 to 5 goals every day. I know that sounds so silly, but I'm telling you right now that every time I have like a one-on-one call with Ashley, and she's just like, Em, I just honestly started doing that every single day, like every day. Even on the days where I thought it was like lame and it wasn't going to be working, like it just helped me stay focused on it. It helped me stay excited about it. It's kind of, just think about it this way. It's like when you get sick and you get medicine to like get better. Okay, you get like an antibiotic or something. And then the second we start to feel better, we typically stop taking it. Oh, I'm fine. But the thing is, guys, is that this whole routine, this whole getting to this like millionaire mindset and like becoming the type of person that has thousands and tens of thousands of people in your downline means that you have to be in like the highest level of your mindset you possibly can be, where you are just so focused on being the best version of you that naturally when you talk to everyone, you are just so motivating to them that they just want to do more, to be better. Okay? But it all starts with you wanting that stuff first. Okay? Don't think about how can I do it. Just be the most awesome version of yourself. And honestly, I know that it comes from writing out things that I'm grateful for. Okay? So at least every day I'm waking up and I'm like, I have enough, but I know that I'm capable of more, and I could not just like live my whole life and not do anything to make that happen. Okay? And these are all things I totally encourage you to share in your social media all the time. Okay? Tell people that you're writing your goals out all the time. Okay? When they see that you're doing that, they're going to look at you like a leader. So when you're saying things like, I'm growing my team, I'm looking to train and mentor other girls who want to create a life of freedom, that want to have a substantial, stream of income by graduation, that want to be able to be consistently paying toward their student loans without feeling like they're just slaving away at a job and not getting anywhere. Say that. We always, always say that. So write those down as your goals. All right. So this is going to kind of like trickle over into talking about diamonds. So do you guys have any questions as far as like your social media posting goes? Okay, cool. So let's talk a little bit about diamond. You guys just have to have a plan for it. Okay, so the first part in making a plan is you need to decide, when do you want to achieve the goal? That's the first step, is when do you want to achieve the goal? Okay, so I get the mindset of so many people like push things off or like I'm just going to give myself an extra month. Why? To procrastinate starting for 30 days? Think about that. Okay, set the goal date. I can specifically remember feeling like it's just a moment that I'll never forget when I hit diamond, because I had never in my life set a goal, like set an actual goal. But I just remember I got back from that first Success Club trip that I was invited on, and I just remember thinking to myself, I'm going to hit diamond at the end of this month. And I would stay up until like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not a night person. And I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and I would work on this business. And I was just like so focused. Like every day I was like, March 31st, March 31st, March 31st. I said it all the time. I announced it. I even shared it on Facebook. Like, people don't give a shit. And I would say, like, I know that a lot of you don't know what this is, but in the Beachbody world, it's, really big first achievement, and it's a goal of mine. So like, I'm just posting this for accountability, that I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And it's just, when I look back on it, it's like diamond didn't change anything. But what did change was that I knew that I knew that I was capable of doing something if I set my time to it. And I just decided, I committed to it, and I was willing to do whatever it took to make it happen. And if you have that tenacity, I just want you to know that if you decide and you do commit to it, you could hit diamond in the next 3 weeks. You can. Okay, and Emily Favre is proof of that. Okay, she just helped 15 people hit diamond. Okay, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how she helped them. It doesn't matter how I help you. They had to do it. Okay, she could give them all the tools, all the training, host all the calls, but you would have to get on them, or they had to get on them. They had to actually do the power hour. It's not just showing up to the live Zoom call, being on the power hour, but it's actually sending the messages, inviting the people, following up, checking in, sending, video messages, going above and beyond. But I say that just so that you guys know that it is possible. Okay? But the step one is you have to decide when your date is. Okay? And give yourself some non-negotiables. As in, how many of each daily activity are you going to do in order to hit that rank? Okay? So to hit diamond rank as quickly as possible, you guys definitely want to be aiming for like Success Club 20. Okay? Don't be afraid of that. Success Club 20 is not difficult. Okay? Remember that you gauge how hard something is or not. Just because you haven't, or you might not have hit it yet, doesn't mean that it's impossible. You guys see coaches doing it all the time, okay? It's just a matter of doing a little bit more sacrificing a little bit of time and just being really aware of what you're doing when you're sitting down to work on your business. Are you being productive? Are you doing the things that you know are going to move your business forward? Okay? You guys are like, we're busy. And I always think in the time that I think of pushing off just doing my invites, like just make it a game. Make it a game. I love that Ashley kind of said that too. You know, just think to yourself, you are here to help all the people. Because all the women that you can help, all the Jennas that you help, and the Alexias and the Megans that you help, those people are going to help other people too. Okay? So kind of like when I was talking with Alexia yesterday, I was like, you know, if, what's I going to say? You want to think about it this way. A lot of people are always waiting for that one coach. We're always looking for that one girl. And then we just think, like, if I just find that one person that's going to, like, be a rock star coach, like, then I'm going to take off. It's like, you be that person. You be that rock star that you're looking for, and then you will attract the rock stars. That's honestly how it works. You attract what you are. All right? So just be that first. And trust me, it makes it so much easier because you're in control of that. You can't control if those people find you, but you can control if you become it first. Okay, so other thing too with that. So you've set a date. All right, so why don't we like go around real quick and sort of do that. Actually, side note too, that something, and you guys can let me know if you want to do this, but I did bring a calendar down. And I was going to walk us all through, and we could all fill out our calendars together. Even if you don't have like a calendar, you can still write down just the date on a blank sheet of lined paper and fill it in later. I honestly got this at TJ Maxx, and I think it was $3.99. Okay? But I thought that we could do that so that we can all kind of create a plan together. You guys can start thinking about when you want to run your next groups. And just on the days where it's like pouring down rain, like it's a freaking monsoon here. I think we've literally lost electricity 4 times. Ben's been freaking out because apparently it's like messing up the PlayStation or something. But what was I just going to say? I think that that's going to be one of the biggest differences is that the more of a system you have, the easier it is going to be for you to move to rank advance, because your rank advancement is just based on how consistent you are in bringing new people into on this journey with us as far as like clients go. But then more than that, how much of like a simple, like a step-by-step system you have for training your new coaches. Okay, so don't overcomplicate Diamond. So the first thing is you have a date set. So why don't we go around and do that first? So you guys can just all unmute each other and write down what you have. And I'm going to write these down too, kind of hold everybody accountable. Who wants to go first? Jenna?
Let's see. Let's see, it's May. I think it'd be an awesome goal for at least by the end of July.
Okay.
Diamond. I mean, that's like really soon, but I mean, we'll see.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely think that you could do it by the end of June.
Okay.
Okay, can I share why?
Sure.
Okay, so let's first set it for the end of June.
Okay.
That's going to be like your push goal. And then let's make your non-negotiable goal July 15th. Okay, so think about it this way. All you're looking for are like 8 people to join us. Okay, 8 people to be added to your team. I guess technically think of it as being like 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that's not including like Shakeology customers, right? Like coaches who would just do so like if someone were to just sign up for the discount.
So as long as they're signed up as a coach, it does not matter whether they work the business or not. They are considered a coach. They just need to be active.
Okay.
The only stipulation is that they're active. It does not matter whether they're working the business or not. They just have to have active status, which means that they need to have 50 personal volume points.
Right.
Which means that most people, if they're not working the business and they're signed up, they're either ordering the Performance Line or Shakeology The downside is if they only order pre-workouts. I have like a ton of discount coaches that order pre-workout, but that's only 38 PV. So it doesn't hold them active.
Okay. Sounds good.
So you need to have 4 active coaches on each side. And of those 4, one of them on each side needs to be Emerald, meaning that they need to have 2 personally sponsored coaches beneath them. All of these people can be discount coaches. Think about it this way. All of my downline was discount coaches when I hit Diamond. Ben and my mom, discount. My controlled business centers. I placed 2 people under each of them. Discount coaches. Okay? And then the other 3 under Ben to give my 4, and the other 3 under my mom to get her 4 on that side were all discount coaches. Okay? So my volume wasn't crazy because everybody was ordering Shakeology. All right? So I was making like a little over $100 a week. So it's not bad, but I wasn't maximizing that. All right? So the whole idea behind that is just to get yourself there and just know that it is going to be mostly discount coaches. And that's okay. Because in the time that you're finding those discount coaches, you are going to find the people that do want to just start working this business. And then what happens is those discount coaches are going to start seeing you bring people in and building the business. And then when you tell them, girl, you're already signed up to do it, you just need to you're just not working it. That's the only difference. Like we're both paying the same amount of money each month. We're both on the same plan. I'm just making money and you're not. I can't tell you enough how many people I have that happen. Okay? So keep that in mind. Alexia, you were one of them, right? So just a lot of people just sign up and they just want to be interested in the fitness side, and then they see other people joining you too, and then that's when they kind of get their gears turning. So this is the best way that you guys want to go about this, okay? And you're going to be just annoyed at hearing me say this, but it is going to be hitting Success Club. I'm going to say Success Club 20. I'm going to say Success Club 20, okay? And this is how you do that. If you guys, she was on one call and I don't remember when she said it, but basically if you break it down to a numbers game, if you want to hit Success Club 10, okay, you want to hit Success Club 10, and you really are starting off as a new coach, so you don't have the trust built, you don't have a lot of follow-ups that you're doing, a lot of it is just the first invite, okay? If you want to hit Success Club 10, so you want to change 5 people's lives, you do want to be aiming for about 20 to 25 invites a day. Guys, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, okay? Especially when you just make it a habit. That's the first thing that you do before anything else. Before you follow people, before you do anything else, you invite people. Because when you do that, that's going to get conversations flowing. And when you have conversations in your inbox and you have people responding to you, that's when you get excited. And when you get excited, you keep wanting to show up. The only times we don't want to work this business when we get overwhelmed are when we feel like we don't have conversations going, right? We don't know where to start because we feel like we're behind because we missed a couple days or something. You just have to know you just have the power to start right now, okay? Even after this, you all have the power tonight to just sit down and invite people, okay? And think about it this way. We are women, and I am so sick and tired of people saying that it's our emotions that get in the way of everything. We are not going to be the people that let silly emotions get into the way, and they're not silly because they're actually really freaking powerful, which is why I sucked yesterday, okay? So yeah, emotions get the best of us, and just knowing that you're in control of that, okay? Just knowing that that sense of overwhelmment is just nerves. It's just nerves. Just send one message and you'll get right over it, okay? So aiming for Success Club 20. That's 10 people, all right? Amy Silverman said something cool one time, and it was, if you are signing 4 coaches a month, you are growing. If you're only signing 1 or 2, you're maintaining. Because think about it this way. If you are signing up mostly discount coaches in the beginning, okay, what's going to happen is after 2 to 3 months, they might not order. If they're not planning on working the business, or they're not, a lot of the people are going to be your age. So think about it this way. The whole goal for you guys too is that you get to drink Shakeology for free. It's different for them. That is $100 that they're putting into this every single month. So that's when you want to make sure that every day you are showing up to your group, you're posting in Girl Boss Gets Fit if you are adding people there, so that they see that this is a part of your life and your routine every single day. okay? Because then they're going to see that you're getting stronger and you're getting more confident. They're going to want to do what you do. They're going to want to do that, whether it is as a discount coach or whatnot. But after 2 or 3 months, some people will stop ordering. And so if you're only signing up 1 to 2 coaches a month, you're basically just replacing and you're maintaining. Okay? Out of 10 people, I'm very confident that all of you can convert 4 of those girls from clients to a discount coach. I'm very confident in that, and I will help you do that. Okay? To aim to help 10 people in the whole month. Break it down and think about it like this. Having a plan is going to be your first thing. Okay. So guys, if you want to hit Success Club 20, you do need to have business hours set. Okay. Every single weekend, like take time today to write out in your planner everything that you have going on during the week. If you are not putting scheduled business hours down, you're not going to work this business. You do have to treat this like a job. You have to. Okay, otherwise it's not going to grow. You don't have employees. Nobody's going to build this business for you. Posting is not enough. You do have to do the behind the scene work, okay? But just get so focused on the goal. Get so focused on the goal. And think about it this way. The faster and more fun you have running to Diamond, and share this with all the people that you're talking about, but the more fun that you have while racing to Diamond, the more fun your team will have. Make this fun. Okay? Think about how awesome it's going to feel when you achieve this. And knowing that it's only going to get bigger from here. Okay? The more that you have fun running toward it, the more you're going to want to keep waking up and talking to people and sharing it with them. And when you're talking to girls, like when I talk to people about coaching, and they're like, yeah, sure, tell me like a little bit more about what you do. I always kind of go off at first. I'm like, oh my God, girl, well, first I'm literally obsessed with what I do. This is like my dream job. I get to like work from home. I get to travel. I never thought that it would turn into anything like this. So I'm kind of already overcoming objections, but I'm just sounding so freaking excited. Okay. So this is kind of what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about as far as inviting to coach sneak peeks, how to have conversations with people about coaching. Okay. So when you guys make a coaching post, all you have to do then the next day is reach out to them and to say, hey girl, thanks so much for the love on my coach post last week. As long as you say the word coach or coaching in there anywhere, you can say your coach post. Okay, so thanks so much for the love on it. Like it's always nerve-wracking, or this, it's changing my life, and I just never thought that, it would be anything like this. So I really appreciate your support, right? And then you can just say something, you can leave it there, or you can say something like, I don't really do this, or I don't usually do this, but I just kind of have to put this out there. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Obviously, I'm obsessed, and I just think that you'd be really great at it. And just leave it at that, okay? And a lot of the times I just get back, like, honestly, girl, I don't really know what you do. Okay, like, what do you do as a coach? And this is where you guys kind of have the option. And I want you to play around with this and see what works best for your kind of tribe, okay? The first thing that you can do is obviously add them to the sneak peek. So kind of the method that I've been doing is saying, hey girl, oh my God, let me add you to this sneak peek group. I totally forgot to tell you about it. Or just, hey, I actually have this free group that I can add you to. It's on Facebook. And we're basically just going to break down like what do we do, how we fit this into our schedules, and how we make money. Do you mind adding me as a friend on Facebook? Or can I find you on Facebook and then I can add you to the group? And then what I usually do is I say, in the meantime though, while you're kind of checking that out, what would you think about hopping on the phone? Or, FaceTiming, or just having a one-on-one conversation about this. That way, I know you're busy, so I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but you can just ask me a bunch of questions and we can just kind of have a, chill, candid conversation. That's what I almost always do. So I'd coffee with the girl on Wednesday, so she was in the group. She was interested, so I was like, why don't we meet for coffee? So I basically just asked her, like, what did you think about the group? What videos did you watch? And what are your biggest hesitations? And a lot of it was, I don't think I'm going to be good at it. Or I feel like there's too many coaches. Okay? So even though she was in the group, she still had those hesitations. Those might have been things that we didn't cover. Okay? So don't be afraid to go above and beyond when you do that. Let them know that you do care. And the more attentive you are, the more they're going to be like, okay, this person actually wants me to be a part of this. All right? The other thing that you guys can do too is you can ask to add them to a 3-way message. all right, where you are posting in the coaching tribe group, or you post in our team page, and you say, hey guys, I have this girl and she's into this, blah, blah, blah. Would any of you mind if I added you to a group thread so that you can share your story with coaching? All right, this is something I used to do a lot in the beginning. And basically, whoever you would put on there, they're just going to share how they got started, why they became a coach, what they love about it, and then just kind of like talk you up. All right, that's something I used to do a lot. So whatever works, but definitely like putting it out there. All right, so it's kind of up to you. You guys can either think to yourselves, okay, I want to set aside time where I'm sending 15 straight up coach invites a day. Okay, or you can, just the week before we do a new coach sneak peek. All right, invite people and then go live in the group. Just like Megan did. Definitely go live in there. If you're adding people, like they want to see you. It's cool to hear us talk, but when they see you up there too, that's going to change everything. They don't care what I have to say. They're going to be watching to join you. And then when they see that you do have this whole community of people that are supporting you and that you want to support them, that's going to make the biggest difference, right? So even with that being said, I would definitely still just be leading at this point right now a lot with fitness, okay? Because guys, remember that in order to create like a badass coach, it really needs to be somebody that is falling in love with their journey, all right? So what do you guys find to be like, let's kind of start there. Like, what do you guys find to be like the hardest thing when it comes to talking about coaching or, getting people to like sign up and want to work this business? You can unmute yourselves if you want to.
I think for me, it's like people, they always say, they're like, oh, like once you tell them about it, they're like, oh, that just doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in. And then I'm like trying to, I don't want to say like convince them, but I'm like talking to them about it and be like, no, girl, you'd be awesome at this. And then they're like, no, I don't want to do that. And then they just never respond to me. And I feel like that happens to me every single time.
So this is when I think it is a really cool, how do I want to word this? Having a mixture in your posts of sharing why you do what you do, but also what you do. Okay? So like, I definitely would encourage everybody, if you haven't at this point, to like sit down, write out what you do as a coach, like how you feel, what you like in your own words. Okay? Everybody says things differently. All right. You don't have to sit down and talk about money like I did if you don't want to. It's just I've been here long enough that I can just kind of spew that stuff out. But if you want to, it is going to make people stop and watch you a little bit more. All right. Just remember in the beginning, guys, that people just don't get how this can be a business. That's all it is. They just don't understand like how you can build a business from your living room, from a computer. So when you show them that every day you're reading personal development, you're getting on team calls, you are, you rank advanced in your business, things like that. That's going to be a big difference for all the people that are watching you. They're going to start to like see that this is not just a hobby for you. Now, like I said in the beginning, a lot of it's going to be obscurity. So that's why it has to like always want to be more than just posting something motivational, but sharing like why and what are you doing, so that they see that this isn't just you selling workout programs. The event is going to make a difference too. And at this point, it's at the beginning, it really is just a numbers thing. Okay. It's just going to be finding the people that are kind of already looking for something like this. And then they kind of just take you reaching out as that sign to say yes. In the meantime, everybody else is going to be watching. As far as people kind of ghosting you, I guess let me ask you this. If somebody was like, yeah, sure, like tell me about what do you do? What would you say?
I have a Google Keep about it. Let me find it.
I never like to say too much in the beginning because I always know that I can talk a lot more after that.
So I say, when they're like, what is it? I'm like, so it's really about like two things. First, you work on yourself, and then you fall in love with your journey. And while you're doing that, you're also helping other people who are just like you to do the exact same thing and change their life. And then while you're doing all of that, you're going to have amazing support from our team. You're going to be able to win free trips, and you'll just feel like you have this community that you've never felt before. We're focusing on bettering ourselves through fitness, health, and also personal development. And by doing these 3 big things, we're able to help improve the lives of others. Does this sound like something you could commit to?
I love it. I'm going to be honest and say it's a little long now. Okay, just for the first message. Okay, remember that a lot of the times when people hear something about the internet, as far as like work, they're thinking scam. Okay, and a lot of the times when that happens, you don't want to be too wordy. Okay, if you can just like take it step by step by step and share a little bit at a time, that way you know that they're following you, you know that they're not overwhelmed, and you're sharing like just one idea at a time. So I love what you said. I just would have broken it up a little bit. Okay, so can I just make a recommendation based off of what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would just say, I love the beginning part. You basically want to be on your journey, fall in love with it. The only difference here, I would add something along the lines of, which is awesome though, because you're already doing this. Or say, you're just going to keep doing what you're doing now, sharing your journey, falling in love with your progress and whatnot. And then share like how that they're going to help other people by doing that. And say you're already inspiring so many people. The difference like now is that they can do this with you. Or you can make money. LOL. And then I usually add like one, like what like not one of your pillars, but like what are one of the reasons why you coach? So I'll say something like, and it depends on too, like who they are, because you kind of like want to make this a little bit more personal to them. But if you can see that there's somebody that does like to travel or doing things like that, you can mention that someplace in there too. Okay, so instead of just saying that we're health and fitness coaches and we do that kind of stuff, you can just say like you just fall in love with your own journey. You share it like you're already doing now, like you're already inspiring all these other girls, and then you are able, you give them the tools and resources, or you just share the same tools and resources with them that are helping you on your journey, or that you're using, and I just kind of leave it at that for the first one. Does that sound like something that you'd be interested in? Like, are you open to share your journey, and do you even care about helping other people? That's like the first question I always like to ask, because so many people will stop there and say, honestly, I don't think I'm really where I need to be yet to help other people, right? So that way I can tackle that first objection. So then that way that's not like lingering in their head the whole time we're having a conversation, and then they say it like 10 minutes later. I want to get that right off the bat. Hey girl, oh my God, no, you don't have to at all. Do you mind if I share a few more details with you? Or let me add you to this sneak peek so that you can ask that question and really see what this is about. So just keep it super simple. We are on our own journey. We share it to inspire others, and we invite them to be on this with us. We set them up with, the tools and resources to be successful. Even you can just be like, to be honest, I'm just like an online accountability buddy, and I get to make my own schedule and build a team of girl bosses, and it's awesome. Like you can be a little vague because you want to be able to either get them on the phone, get them in a sneak peek, or put them on a group message. That's the first thing. You just want them to see that there are other people doing this. Right there, that changes everything. You just go from that girl that just signed up a week ago to somebody that they are now noticing that you care enough to even introduce them to other people, right? And then they're going to start watching those other coaches too. And then they're going to come back to you and join. Okay? Does that help answer that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Cool.
I'm like writing all of this down.
Awesome. Shut do you have any, let me charge my computer real quick. As far as coach, did you miss the question?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Just computers, dude. It's just life. I had asked, what does everybody find to be like the most difficult thing right now, or your biggest obstacle when it comes to talking about coaching or having the conversation about it with people on Instagram and Facebook?
Okay.
And to go off of that real quick, Alexia had said that she'll share with people like what she does, and they kind of say like, oh, that doesn't really sound like something I'd be interested in.
Mm-hmm. Or like I've done that, and then I've had people be like, oh no, I don't have like the motivation you do to do that, like something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one I've gotten actually a lot. I'm not inspiring like you. I get that one. And I always say, oh my gosh, girl, I wasn't like this at all before I became a coach. Like, I am this way because of coaching, you know? And I just say, like, I see so much of myself in you. And that's why I just think you'd be so good at this. And then I just kind of keep it vague, compliment them, relate to them. Would you be open to just checking out the sneak peek? I think you'd be really surprised to see that you're not the only person that feels like this. And I want you to know that there's going to be people that love and support on you the second that you are a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I just always say, would it be cool if I added you? No strings. It's free. Scroll through on your own time. And then from there, just check in. 2 to 3 days later, hey, hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to pop in and see if you had a chance to scroll through the sneak peek yet. Really excited to hear from you and what you think. Okay? You can also say something like this. So instead of the sneak peek, you could say, oh my gosh, girl, I can't tell you how how so many people feel the same way that you do. I know for me, like, I didn't think that I could do this either, that I wasn't motivating, but it's just crazy when you just get so focused on sharing your own journey that people are just inspired. And I just keep doing that. But I totally feel where you're coming from. Feel free to say no, but I have a few girlfriends who felt exactly like you and I did. Would you be open to hopping on a group message with us and they can share how they kind of overcame that fear?
She's like whining.
That was such like a leap. Oh my gosh. I swear she just jumped like 6 feet. That was awesome. But that's also another way that you can kind of go about that. And just the more that you guys do, the more confident you're going to feel in it. Remember that right now, you guys have that big vision, blind faith. Okay? All of you do. So don't think to yourself that people aren't going to join my team because I'm not making 6 figures and I don't have 100 people plus in my downline. Because if you think that they're not going to join your team, how would you feel if you were one of your coaches in your position right now? You would tell them, girl, just keep going. I was where you are. Remember, I couldn't have all of you if I didn't have any coaches in the beginning. It's just how it worked. All right. So the more conversations you have about that, the easier it is going to get. Okay. I will just be honest though and say that your best bet right now, as far as like pushing to diamond, like if this is something that you want to make happen now, and then at that point it's like maintaining, finding the business builders, things like that. If you want to get there fast, it's definitely going to be Success Club. So these are going to be like my top tips, guys. One is on the weekends, watch training videos on YouTube about how to hit Success Club. I did it all the time. Some of them are going to be a couple of years old, but don't be afraid to watch those. A lot of it's like just motivational mindset stuff, but a lot of it is too like having a plan. So think to yourself, okay, so for you, Jenna, if we are saying like June 30th is going to be like your goal date for Summit, right? What we want to think to ourselves is then, okay, you're going to be wanting to look for about 10 coaches, okay? So that's not that crazy if you actually think about it. So you're looking for about 10 coaches, right? So when you look for them, so when you're looking for those 10 people that are going to be joining you then, sorry, it's going to fall awkward. Okay, so when you're looking for those 10 people that are going to be joining you, this is going to be on probably Instagram and Facebook, okay, since both of you have like a pretty solid warm market, all right? But I totally lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, it was like 800 people that just watched it. I don't know if I should move or, oh, they're just giving me a tour. Okay. Okay, let me like take a minute because I kind of forget where I was.
Videos on Success Club kind of thing.
Okay, watching videos on Success Club. Taking time to do this on the weekends, okay? So that's going to be the first thing. The second thing that I encourage you guys to do is think to yourself. So, Jen, if your goal is June 30th, all right, then you want to have, if you're looking for 10 people, okay, think about on average out of how many people will you need to find so that 10 convert over to a coach? Okay, so if you think about it this way, if you're aiming for Success Club 20, and you do that for the next 2 months, you do that May, and then you do that all of June, that's 20 people. I'm confident that you can get 10 of them to convert. And if not, if you aim for that and you're building that momentum and you have that consistency, you're going to find other people that just sign up to become a coach, regardless of whether they were with you previously the month before. Okay? It's just having your sight and your vision on it. Saying every day, don't think to yourself like, oh, it's the 16th and I haven't signed anybody up yet, so I'm going to push my goal back a month. Don't do that to yourself. Okay? Don't do that to yourself. I would rather bust my ass and hustle and miss the goal instead of give myself another month and let up. Okay? Don't do that. Just keep going, because even if you fail, at least you tried. At least you tried and you know what you're capable of. All right? And then you set the goal again. Who cares? Failing is awesome. Failing means that you pushed for something. Right? If you don't fail, you're never going to put that pressure on yourself, and it's never going to be that big of a reward. Okay? It's because we fall down 800 times that achieving it makes it so effing awesome. Okay? So aiming for that many people is watching Success Club videos so that you just get into the mindset of why this is important to your business, so that you don't get caught up in doubting yourself of being a salesy person. Okay? You're not feeling like you're being annoying to them. And more than that, you realize that you have an awesome gift to share with people. Okay? Think about it this way. You like this enough that you're taking time on your Saturday to jump on this call. So share that with people. Don't be afraid of this. You do like this. So why wouldn't you want to have other people that are awesome do this with us, that we can have more friends and more people to travel with, right? That's the whole idea behind it. That's why you want to watch those videos. You don't have to be super focused on them and taking notes, scrub through them, and whatever you want to do. But the whole idea is at least you have it in the background and it's keeping your focus on it. Invite while you're doing that stuff. All right. Another really good tip for helping you guys hit Success Club, especially because right now, again, like I said, as newer coaches, you're fighting obscurity. Getting into the habit of sending out 15 to 20 donut invites a day. Okay? These are invites that literally should take you no more than 15 minutes. These are to people you are not following, you've never connected with, and you just randomly found, and you invite them. I'm going to share with you the best way to go about it. So like I said, if you guys are aiming for Success Club 10, around 20 to 25 invites a day is going to be what you would want to be aiming for. Think about it this way. If you can get 15 to 20 off before you even sit down for your power hour just while you're drinking pre-workout, and you can get 15 to 20 in 15 minutes, and they're all strangers, that's going to be 15 to 20 on top of what you do in your power hour. So yes, you will hit above Success Club 20. Okay? These donut invites are basically just to show the universe, I'm here and I'm looking for my people. Okay? You do the relationship building and your other invites during your power hour from people that are liking your posts, following your stories, and following you. These donut invites. Think of an account you really like, just like you're going to follow people. So I have 4 to 5 accounts of people that I love. And every day, Monday through Friday, I go to their accounts, I pick a photo I really like, and I literally just go down through and I follow 150 people. I don't click on their page. I don't do any of that stuff. I just follow 150 people. That takes me 10 minutes. Now, I do the same thing with invites, with these donut invites, except I go to their page. I like 5 of their photos, more or less. All right, so this is going to be somebody that's posting consistently. Okay, I'm assuming that even though it's a donut invite, I want to make sure that it's at least going to be somebody that's going to look at their inbox. Don't invite somebody that's posted once every 3 months. Okay, so yes, these invites are going to be random, but if you're doing it with people that are active, the much higher chance that they're going to respond. Okay, so when you reach out, I posted this in our team page, reach out and just 5 of their photos, comment on 1 or 2, and make it genuine. Oh my gosh, girl, those sunglasses are so cute and your hair is amazing. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. Make yourself stand out. And then my invite was super simple. Hey babe, oh my gosh, to be honest, I have no idea how I just stumbled on your page, LOL, but I'm loving your energy is contagious, but your, I don't know, you seem super sweet, so I definitely wanted to just reach out, or definitely just want to put this out there. Or I just had to reach out and ask. Would you be interested at all in jumping into a flexible health and fitness plan with me this summer? Or I don't know if you're in a routine at all now, but what would you think of trying a new abs, arms, and booty program with me over the summer? Just keep it super simple. And if you send out 15 to 20 of those a day, you're going to get so into the habit of seeing invites as your favorite thing in this business, because it's going to be what yields the biggest reward. One, your confidence is going to shoot through the roof because everything else in your business is exploding. When you send more invites, your team send more invites, okay? When you send more invites, more people join. When more people join you, you're excited. You are more consistent with your own health and fitness. So you look great. You feel great. Your confidence is super high, right? All these awesome things are happening. But then more than that, the people that are joining you feel the same exact way, right? So do you guys have any questions as far as that goes?
No.
So if you're aiming for Success Club 20, you want your goal to kind of be about like 30 to 45 invites a day. And if you get consistent and do that Monday through Friday, you should be pretty solid. Right? So that's as far as diamond goes. Let me ask you guys this. Do both of you have like a diamond tracker printed out?
I have to do that.
Okay, definitely do that. When you see it on paper, it makes such a difference. Like, I kid you not. Where is it? Like, every week I fill out a new one, so like I always have them printed. Like, I have copies of them. Okay, always just have some of these printed out, just because I write all over mine all the time. Like where I'm going to put my next coaches, so I always have to print new ones out so I can keep track of this crap. But okay, so that's a little bit as far as diamond goes. Again, guys, don't wait till August 31st. Okay, that's the deadline for hitting it in order to hold it for the 6 weeks, so we can all do this fun diamond retreat together. Okay, so don't wait till August 31st. You guys can do this. If you can do it on August 31st, you can do it June 30th. Especially because we have that, you're going to Summit. Freak out. Share that every single freaking day, every day. If you don't know anything about Summit, Google Summit. What are we doing there? Who's guest speaking? Facebook them. Instagram their names. Find out who these coaches are going to be. Okay? Go above and beyond. Remember that overwhelmment, it's not that you can't do this. It's not that you're not a leader. It's not that you're not a total girl boss. It's just that you're taking full responsibility for building your own empire. And what that means is being a sponge, all right? It's not overwhelming just to take all this information in. It's just knowing what's important to you right now, okay? And what's important to you guys right now is simply hitting high Success Club numbers, which means that if you're watching any training videos right now, it is watching National Wake Up Call recordings of coaches hitting high Success Club numbers. It is YouTubing how to hit Success Club, tips and tricks to hit Success Club, right? It's watching the other leaders hitting Success Club, like the high numbers already, and following them on Instagram. What are they doing? What are they talking about? Success leaves clues, guys. You just got to follow what they're doing, okay? So let's talk a little bit then about our leadership ladder. So let me pull the graphic up. If you guys have any questions right now, just kind of like shout them out. Yeah.
I love this water bottle.
Yeah, right?
Best thing ever.
I don't know why this is, hold on. Okay. Okay, so this is the leadership ladder. If you guys haven't seen this before, you'll see this a little bit more in the Boom fam, and my coach Amy will share this in her coaching tribe page too. So these are like the different rungs of our leadership ladder, and it's based on these categories here on the left-hand side. This is the most awesome thing, in my opinion, as far as building your business, like looking at this like a business. This is so much more, guys, than just hitting Success Club. Okay, this is how you build income, how you build wealth, okay, not just make money. So business starter is when your commissions are $100 in 1 month, all right? You've hit bare minimum, which is kind of cool, just Success Club 5 for all the categories. And your highest paid rank, meaning what was your rank at the end of the month, okay? So at bare minimum, a coach, right? A team builder is when you are an Emerald coach, at least. You have $250 in commissions that month. But you also have a personally sponsored coach that has at least 1 Success Club point. Okay? What is it? But for team builder, you have 2. Okay? And then more than that, your week like volume is 200 total. All right? So remember that your week like volume is the total volume of whatever side I am not helping you build. Okay, so that is underneath your controlled business center. Okay, so then team leader is kind of bumps up a little bit. Okay, you are earning a little over $1,000 a month. You are diamond or higher rank. You have 4 personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club, and you've generated 5,000 volume points on your week leg. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so let me just do the math for you real quick. Okay, I can't right now. The difference here, though, is it starts to get a little bit higher in organizational leader. As far as executive leader, I think that Patrick's the only person on Team Boom. He might only be an organizational leader. I don't even know that anybody is executive leader. But this is a really great thing to look at, guys, okay? So think to yourself, every time, for example, somebody orders a challenge pack through you, okay, you earn anywhere from $40 upwards of $105 in commission. Okay, so right now what I've been talking to everybody about is the 2B mindset with All Access and Shakeology. You're in a $75 commission on that. So right there, you're almost at business starter. Okay, so in order to hit that, you would have to sell 2 challenge packs. The next thing would be you want to hit Success Club 5. With only 2 though, you only hit Success Club 4. So selling 1 more then, you're obviously going to have earned at least $100 in commission. Okay. So this is a good thing to just kind of like keep in mind, you know, looking at your week like volume every single day. This is right in your Coach Online office. It's right when you look at volume on the right-hand side, and you can even click on my volume. All right. You should know your week like volume or your week like side at this point. It's just where most of your controlled business centers are set up, and look at that number. See what it is right now so that you can kind of think to yourself what the next goal would be. Remember, guys, if you write these goals down, like literally write things down. Right now, I've been writing down, my week like volume is 5,000 plus. It's one of my affirmations every day. Okay? Because the hardest thing for me right now is most of you are under bet. So as far as like my personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club, this was a little bit harder for me. So at one point, this stuff was all I had, was well over 1,000 points. It was always hitting Success Club. It was diamond rank. I had 4 personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club, but it's going from 200 to 5,000 volume points. That's a big leap. Okay, that's a big leap. All right. So this is just letting you guys know that you have these tangible goals that you can work toward. Don't be afraid of this. Lean into this. Just know that this is not confusing. It's just that every time somebody orders Shakeology, that's 90 volume points. Okay, so even if you only have discount coaches beneath you or only customers ordering beneath you, okay, how many of those do you want or do you need to earn this kind of volume? Think of that to yourself. Think like, okay, I want to have 15 people ordering Shakeology through me every month. Or I want to have 30 people ordering Shakeology through me every month. Keep track of that stuff. Like, for example, I need to update this a little bit, I think. But as far as like in my accountability tracker, even at the bottom here, I will have like how many coaches I have, what my week like volume wants to be, what the current ranks and stuff are, how many coaches I've signed up, things like that. So you can keep track of all of that stuff. All right, it just makes it easier. So when you are waking up in the morning, you're doing that routine every day when you're consistently thinking diamond by June 30th, 2,000 week like volume points. Set that stuff out there. Because the more that you look at this like a business, the more excited you're going to be to talk about it like a business. Treat it like one, will pay you like one. Okay? I'm just going to wrap this up really quick and just go over the things I had mentioned about Summit. Since there's only a couple of us on here, I'm going to have to like make a post to say like when I would like everybody to jump on tomorrow. I'm assuming since it's like Sunday, we'll probably have to do tomorrow night. But that way, seeing like if people are going to Summit, we'll have to be on the call tomorrow night on Sunday. Okay, so we can all sit and decide who's going to stay in what room, who's already bought their ticket, how's everybody getting there, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I think the first one that I asked was who all 100% has their ticket now. And actually, I'm going to mark this at an hour and 21 minutes in. So that I can tell everybody to watch this back so everybody can comment below. Okay, so the first one is who has their ticket? I know that I do. More than that, if you have your ticket, have you already registered for your trek? So you would have gotten an email that had said something about like picking your workout or what seminar class things that you're going to go to. Jenna, did you get an email yet?
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant, so I didn't.
So you want to open that up and register for your track.
Okay.
This will just determine what workout you're going to go to and what training sessions, because we'll all get like wristbands and stuff when we go to like register and sign in. All right. The third one is going to be what hotel we all picked. Okay. So I know that what I showed you guys in the photo on the right-hand side, that was the total for the weekend. So think about that divided by, and this is all going to be based off of who's going. I'm thinking 4. I think that there sounds to be like 7 to 8 of us at least going. So 4 and 4 I'm thinking at this point right now. So whatever those numbers were divided by 4. I think the highest one was 7. Was 700, and that was the closest one. So that'd be 175 for the whole weekend, okay, per person. All right. So there's that. So we'll do that like hotel. We will do. I have PayPal, so if you guys have that, awesome. If not, I can get them. All right. So we'll just do that. We'll have to decide like how many of us are officially going, so that if we are getting 2 rooms, we'll decide like, you know, who's going to be the 2 people that are kind of like organizing it and kind of getting each room separately, or if we just want me to get both rooms. I don't really know how that would work. I think like one person's name kind of has to be on a room, but we'll do that tomorrow night when everybody like officially decides who's going. And then what was I going to say? Oh, we'll just divide up, like, who wants to stay in each room? Okay. I kind of like made a joke and said that if you snore, then you need to like be kind and acknowledge that and let us all know. No, I'm just kidding, but not really. I'm actually being serious. I don't get down. Okay. But either way, I'm super excited. And the other thing too is wear comfortable shoes. You are going to be walking a lot. And a lot of the, it's going to be in a convention center. So it's going to be cold. Okay. So yes, it's going to be hot walking around town, but definitely like just bring like a small purse or like a satchel or something where you can have a notebook. Okay. You're going to be taking a shit ton of notes. So try to the biggest thing, guys, is it's going to be very overwhelming when you leave. There's going to be top coaches talking about everything. Okay. Jenny, you're going to love it. Melanie Mitchell will be on stage. I don't doubt it. They're going to have tons of guest speakers that aren't related to Beachbody, like celebrity speakers. It's going to be amazing. So definitely just want to have a notebook where you can kind of like keep things organized. So I'd encourage like one of them that has like the divider things in between them. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be giant either. A lot of pens in case yours runs out, and snacks, so like little bars, anything along those lines, and then a portable phone charger. It's going to be hands down the one thing that I recommend that you get. And even if we only have like one or two between all of us, that'll be fine. The more we have, the better. But it's a pain in the butt to try to find an outlet in one of these rooms, okay? You are throwing a bunch of girls into a convention center and they have cell phones, okay? Everybody is going to be taking up the outlets. So if you guys can just comment below again. So 1, who has your ticket? If you do, did you register for your track yet? 3, based on that, we're going to pick the hotel. Everybody that is officially going, we're going to hop on a call tomorrow night, and we are going to go through the list of the 5 hotels that I had written out. We can all decide which one we want to pick, okay? Based on that, we'll kind of pick like 2 leaders, more or less, so that we can each get a room in the same hotel. And at that point, we just kind of all meet up. We'll just switch up rooms each night, whatever. I'm assuming we'll all hang out in one the whole time together. And then we'll just sleep, however. All right? So how's that sound?
Good. I have a question then.
Go ahead.
Did you do event extras? That's an option too.
I didn't add on any extras. So I didn't do any lunches or things like that.
Okay. Cause I'm just I don't know if you can, I'm just about to go through this.
Okay. Yep. Just do your basic information. The next one should be choose your workout, something like that. And it'll say different times, different days and whatnot. They're going to be early. I'm not going to lie. They always are.
Sounds good.
Even on the Success Club trip, they were 6 and 6:30 in the morning. It's insane. It's insane. Huh. And you can wear whatever. Some girls are going to be wearing leggings and tank tops and workout clothes. Some people are going to be wearing sundresses and flip-flops. And some people are going to be wearing business suits with heels. Okay? You wear whatever you want. Okay? But you are going to be taking a ton of pictures. So at least keep that kind of in mind. What else was I going to say? But at least take 2 cute outfits so that we can do dinner and go to lunch one day. We do have a lot of downtime as well. So we'll be hanging out, walking around town and doing things like that. Okay. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, just hit me up. What are you guys doing the rest of the day?
I am about to go eat dinner.
There you go.
I'm actually sleeping over at, just alone. I'm just house sitting a house and I'm getting paid for it. So
I've actually done that before and it's so much fun.
It is. It's low key weird, but fun.
That's awesome though. Alexa, what are you doing?
I'm going to do a power hour and send my invites and then work out because I didn't do that today. And then I'm gonna apply for jobs.
What jobs are you going to apply to?
I did the nannying ones yesterday.
Shut up. No, you didn't.
No, I seriously did. Literally after your call, my mom came home and I was like, okay, we have to talk.